right, welcome back to Kung Fu Theater. We're now joined by our special guest, Sifu Greg Lee from JKD style. Welcome, Sifu Greg Lee, to Kung Fu Theater.
Oh, thank you, Sifu Wong.
Thank you. Sifu Lee, I would like to ask you, you teach JKD, I know, related to Bruce Lee. How did you start your JKD training?
Well, I started my training with my father, James Lee. At the time, he was training in Oakland, California. He happened to meet Bruce Lee, became very good friends, and trained with Bruce, and next thing you knew, Bruce moved in our house in the early 60s. They trained, and then Bruce went into the TV, into the movies, and the rest is history.
So you learned from your father?
From my father, a little bit with Bruce, and in the past years, I trained with some of my dad's students also in the Bay Area.
All right. Now, besides you train the JKD, do you involve with other styles?
Well, I like to study the basic principles of Tai Chi and other styles, and kind of know what's going out there. But in JKD, we use a lot of Wing Chun techniques or principles, but we change the footwork, the timing. We incorporate a lot of boxing and application. We really try to use a lot of application and timing techniques.
All right. Now, the name JKD, a lot of people, pick up the name JKD. What's the meaning behind? Can you tell us about it?
Okay. The literal meaning of the word Jeet Kune Do, Jit means to intercept, Kune means fist, Do means way. So basically it means the way of the intercepting fist. And that means that when something comes at us, when someone tries to assault us or come at us, we intercept them. Before they come at us, we intercept them.
More direct.
More direct and intercept. The only other thing that Bruce used was broken rhythm. Sometimes Bruce would move away, then come in. But the key is when we do come in, we come in direct and keep coming. We keep changing direction. We keep changing the strike or the footwork, but we keep direct.
You don't block and then hit, right?
Not very seldom. Sometimes you may have to, but for the most part, we try to hit, then block, or hit and block at the same time. We don't even call it blocking, we call it checking.
Right.
Where we ricochet off like a bullet off a wall when you shoot, ding, 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 like a pinball machine.
So, JKD, from what I understand, you don't do like traditional, like do the kata or form, right?
We don't do long forms, sets. We do practice drills of maybe 2 or 3 movements where, punches come to the left side, what do? Punches come to the right side, high and low, and broken rhythm, and combinations of punching and movement. We try to read the opponent. We spend a lot of time watching to see what people are doing. Observational drills.
Okay. Now, so JKD, when Bruce Lee around and he make those movies and make it really, really popular, after he passed away, now, what is the development of JKD now in the worldwide or United States?
Well, there's a lot of people claiming to do JKD. I myself do not know that many of the people in LA that trained with Bruce. They're all doing their own thing, kind of what they were taught. And there is a resurgence. You look at the magazine, you always see Bruce on the cover, you always see articles written. United, I don't really think so. I think everyone's kind of doing their own thing. And I won't say jumping on the bandwagon, but you know how things are.
Right. So right now you JKD don't have an organization carry on the art of Bruce Lee, right?
There are a few groups that do things, different societies and such. I myself personally do not belong to them.
So that people go a different direction, how to, to use the concept of JKD.
Right. I mean, after learning from Bruce and my dad, these are my guidelines. Other people that had followed Bruce are okay, but after with Bruce and my dad, I mean, those are the main...
2 generations down.
They're the main people that I look up to.
Right. So yourself, now you're teaching JKD, or you teach a school, or you teach in a group, or how do you...
I had a large school before. Presently, I just teach a small group of people, and we try to work on a lot of application, sparring, strength, speed, conditioning.
Right. So now you're teaching more like a small private lesson group.
Yeah, small private lesson group, and some of my students that I have taught before are training people.
Yeah.
I have some students in LA that are teaching a small group of people, and some locally, and you know, they all kind of do their own thing, and they learn their applications and get into a little bit of more full contact.
Okay, so you're going to demonstrate some of the Jeet Kune Do technique, right?
We're just going to show some very simple things. There's nothing complicated about Jeet Kune Do. It's
so
just
how the way we do.
It's just doing the right thing at the right time, which is always the hardest to do.
That's the most important thing. Okay, now let's check it out.
Hello. I'd like to show a few simple applications of some handwork. I have assistance here of a student named Sam Lima. In Jeet Kune Do, we make use of a lot of inside and outside techniques. What we mean by that is, in slow motion, when he throws a punch, I'm inside high, outside high, inside low, outside low. I'll show those a little bit in fuller speed. When he throws his punch, inside high, inside low, outside high, outside low. But in real life, when you throw a punch at somebody, they may try to stop what you're doing. So when he throws his punch, he stops, I hit again. Or he throws his punch, boom, stop, I hit again. Or I go low, stop, I hit again. And one more. So you always have to have an option to be ready for different things. Sometimes they don't even want to stop your punch. Sometimes the person would throw a second punch after they throw a first punch. He throws his first punch, boom, boom, second, move to the side, hit to the ribs, to the jaw, take down, or boom, stop hit. Stop hit the second punch. Let's do that again in full speed. Thank you, Sam. We have some people now that will show techniques of training. What they're doing is just hitting the pad and avoid being hit. Avoid being hit, right. Working for unpredictability, broken rhythm, various body angles. Notice he keeps moving at different angles because your opponent may move on you. You never know how they will move. But one thing for certain, your opponent will try to hit you. You always have to be ready for that. Okay, thank you very much. We have our application now. Sam Lima will demonstrate a few applications against Chris. Slow now. Do it slow. One more time at full speed, please. Okay, another application of a different technique. Slow now. And back at full speed, please. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to show some multiple techniques against multiple opponents. What I was doing was using the opponent as a shield. Let's do that again in slow motion. When he came and I saw this other opponent coming, I moved them into each other's way. When this other person tried to come to me, I moved behind this other one and run them into each other. It's very similar to what you would do in football of blocking or shielding your opponent. Another application, a very simple one, is to use your feet for kicking. Boom, boom, boom. When real opponents come at you. You don't have much time to do something fancy. So we try to keep it simple and direct. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for coming, to a Kung Fu Theater. Okay, thank you everybody. Okay, thank you Sifu Lee, coming to the Kung Fu Theater to show us the Jeet Kune Do technique.
Thank you.
Now we are back to the movie, Duel of the Iron Fist.